So talking about Brita, and you're 8.5 years into life at Brita. I understand things are going quite well now, but maybe it hasn't always been as smooth as it is at the moment. So just a bit about that background.
Yeah. Currently, things are actually going very well. We've been on a growth trajectory. Sales, profits have been very good for several years. So I'm very happy with where we are now.
Congratulations.
But when I joined, actually, the company had been going through some difficult times. It actually had been negative growth for several years. And so when I joined, it was also a turnaround assignment to make turn the business around. And we don't publish results by country, so I can't give you specific numbers, but I can assure you the trajectory is actually very healthy.
Yeah. And what do you think has contributed to that turnaround and bringing the growth from negative growth to now, soaring to where you're going?
There's a few things. One is that there's some developments, external factors, developments in the market that are actually helping us. One is sustainability is a topic, and interest, especially for younger consumers, is quite strong. So, and that's really happened in the last few years. That young people being very conscientious about what they purchase. So that's been a tailwind for us.
Yeah.
Also, during COVID, people started to take more care of their quality of life at home. People spending more time at home. There was a strong interest in cooking, drinking good coffee, good tea, and that's continued. So the demand for good water at home has increased, which is also good for us. So there's some external factors like that. Internally, we've actually gone through quite a transformation.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, one is we were quite a hierarchical organization when I joined, and we've actually flattened the organization, and the objective being more open communication, that people can talk to each other, resolve issues, talk about opportunities. And so I think we have much better communication. Also, the skill sets have just continually improved as well. We try to be a learning organization, and so I see actually the team really getting better and better, steps and bounds. If I take something like key account management, for example, I would say we're probably best in class in this market anyways. And the team has really embraced change and learned a lot, I think.
Okay. What do you think are you mentioned the way that skill sets have grown and got better over the years, and you said, well, key account management is a job function where you've seen that. What are the changes that you're seeing in people's skill sets?
A mindset shift from what's best for us, how much product are we going to sell to this customer, to what's happening on the other end, how is the product presented to the end consumer, what's the end consumer thinking. And so it's less transactional, but now we partner with trade partners, and we work together to optimize. And so from let's say sell in focus to a sell out focus, that's been a big mindset change.
You talked about I've heard you talk about this before, this kind of speak up culture that you talked about. How was it trying to achieve that? How did you achieve that?
We engaged a consultant to help us with that as well. We did something called a cultural transformation.
Okay.
And that was one of the issues that we identified that we really need to change as a culture. There were issues that had been around for a long time, but people didn't really talk about it. They were a little bit shy or afraid to confront somebody on, could you do this better? Could we redefine this process? And so, with the help of the consultant, we got people to, let's say, look at themselves. What kind of behaviors could I be doing so that we can make change faster and we resolve issues more quickly?
Yeah.
It's sometimes a painful process to look at yourself.
Yeah.
Not everybody was happy to do that at the beginning, but as a result, I think we do have more open communication, things are resolved more quickly.
And you have town hall meetings and sort of group meetings for sharing feedback.
Yeah, at least once a month we do that. Everybody comes together. Every time the agenda is a little bit different, but we also try to take time to reflect. Sometimes do workshops and collectively try to make things better.
Are you in a position to share any examples of topics that you have worked on through these processes?
Well, I can give a simple one. Is that employees were feeling, they fed back in town halls and whatnot that they weren't sure where we were headed. They said the future for us is a little bit fuzzy.
Okay.
It would be more motivating if we had a clear picture of what management would like to be in the future.
Yeah.
So we turned it around and had a workshop on, everybody, what would you like the company to look like, let's say 12 months from now, 3 years from now? And as a management team, we can take that on board as we try to clarify the future a little bit more.
Fantastic.
And in that process, of course, some pain points come out. We're unhappy with this part of our policy. Could you do something about that? And it's we can't address everything, but it's good that it comes out.
Yeah. It's much better, I think, that employees can share what they're experiencing with leadership. Even if it may not be realistic for everything to be improved in line with what they want all at the same time. So great to hear that.